Hi there.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Flying Frog video. Today on the marketplace has appeared a number of Carenado planes, and I thought this one actually perked my interest, which is the Cessna 337H, which is a push-pull GA aircraft. Was developed and built in the 1960s. So what we'll do is we'll get in, have a look and see what Carenado has sent us out. Now, as you can see at the moment, we have all these extra elements like the safety cones laying around. We have a tow bar hooked up to the front wheel. On the other side there is the a power pack, external power pack, which are all nice little touches which you can actually add to it as we go along. So let's get in, have a closer look. Now the modelling itself looks good. The graphics look fine at this distance. Oh yes, we got some tags there to remove and engine covers, which are all very nice. So, yep. And yep, the lines, graphics look excellent. I cannot complain about that. A little bit of sheen off the paint, which is really nice. Let's get further on down here. These seam lines look very good. Yeah, a little bit of dirt and amongst it. Really nice. I really am impressed with the way Carenado do their products. Generally, you know, I've not, in my experience, with limited experience, I've got to admit, but still some experience, with Carenado aircraft, they're generally very good. I am extremely impressed with their Waco. I just think that it just comes up really stunning. But anyway, we're reviewing this 337, so and we'll just get in a little bit closer here, and the detailing. Really nice, like that. That's not the 100% clearest up there, but I'm not flying from the plane from this angle, so I really won't worry too much about that. So, but the way they've just gone and modelled that, really nice. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of exhaust smudge, really nice. Right, while we're here, let's have a look quick inside. Now the inside looks fantastic. Oh, look at that, the seat popped back for me. Isn't that very nice? So we'll have a quick look. Standard, which we'll have a closer look at the all the gauges when we get into the front seat there. So looks very nice. A bit squeezy to get into the back there, but looks comfortable. Oh, head through the strut there, and we got some nice wheel chocks as part of the package as well. Cargo door, very nice, nicely modelled. Nice pretty blue, two-tone blue. Now these engine cowl flaps do close, so they are animated, and whilst I would say that the inside of there, yeah, it's a bit flat. It's almost like there's no depth, there's no 3D to it. So again, little bit of a shortcut, I feel, which is a shame, because it's you know, this is open and closes and we can have a look in there, and I would have liked to have seen that to be detailed. But on the whole, so far, there's the other engine cowl. Flat. Again, this side as well. Just flat inside. No 3D to it. No depth. A little disappointing. I think that they didn't do something in there, even if they just made the pipes look a little, sticking out and more of a 3D effort. But all the rivet lines, the seams, they all look good. So, I suppose too, can't remember if I've mentioned it, but this one cost $37.45 Australian. Now that'll be approximately $27 American and around about 25 euros. So enough of this. What we'll do is we'll get in and have a look and go for a quick fly. Okay, here we are in the cockpit, and one thing we are getting, and that's since the last update, so update 9 this week, and I noticed it in a couple of reviews that I did with the GBs, that we're getting a lot of this graphical glitching off the glass and reflections. I don't believe it's Carenado's fault. I do believe that this is just a result of the update, and that's something that I think the Sobo just needs to get sorted out. But anyway, the whole idea is we're here to review this aircraft. Now, the gauges themselves look clean, clear, uncluttered, and as what you would expect from a Cessna. So also too, Carenado does add the usual effects. So this window here does open. Now I will leave that open for now. Actually no, I will close it, but I'll open it again because we do get the it does change the sound with the engine started. Now down here we also have the usual tablet. Now the tablet itself is quite in-depth actually, to be honest with you. So this is where we can use our tow bars and stuff like that, so we can just put all these away. So our static elements, so we can just shut them all off. So alright, so we don't need external power, we don't need the tow bar. Alright, I'm not really sure I really need the pilot or a co-pilot while I'm in here. Matter of fact, they can go there. Now we can close the door here. Now there's only one door. We only come in through this door here. There is no door here, even though it does have it on here. It does have the pilot door, but it is greyed out. So alright, so we can actually close that door. So there you go, she's closed. Now we can open that inside by just using the handle itself, and our baggage door will make sure that that is closed as well. Alright, now so just to show you also what's on this, we also have, we can put the GTN 750, except us Xbox users can't because we need to download it. So the people who've got PC, you can download and use the GTN 750. Now we've also got a few other things. You can just choose to do cold dark start, ready for taxi, or even just ready to take off. So you just click on those buttons, and that's if you don't want to go through the whole process of a cold dark start. We got a checklist, which is fantastic. I like this idea instead of bringing it down from the top menu. And our checklist as we continue on, and that's the tablet. Right, come on now, go away. Thank you. Okay, now as you can see, that graphical glitching does get a little bit tiresome on the eyes, but not to worry. Now what we'll do is we'll just make this yoke disappear. so we can make it a little bit easier. Now we can turn on our main power. Okay, so the alternators, fuel pumps for both motors. Okay, now then we won't worry about pitot heat at this point in time because it's not that cold here where we are in Shell Harbour in New South Wales. So now then, just make sure nobody's around. Alright, before I even start, let's just make sure that everything is right. Now, because this is a tweed engine, you know, I've got my controller set up, so all I just use is the general GA on the velocity one, the general GA controls. You could set it up for a twin if you really wanted to. So we'll just make sure our mixtures are on. Right, it's a shame I can't hear any fuel pumps. Probably is, but I've got my volume turned down, but I can't hear it at this point in time. Let's just, let me just turn that up a bit, see if I'm getting... Oh yes, sorry, my mistake. There is the fuel pumps, there is the buzz. Right, now let's get this one started. Clear prop. So again, we're going to here. Right up in life. So that's the front engine. Now the rear one. Clear rear. Okay, fired into life. Now let's just get some lights on. Strobe. Beacons. And we'll just do a taxi light. Now our cowl flaps are here. So we can just, that one and that one, that closes both those cowl flaps that you saw. The front's got cowl flaps as well as the rear. So that then those flaps are now closed up. Right, now what I'll do before we go any further is I will show you the nighttime view. So here's our night view. Now we got our panel lights. We can go away. Things get in the way here. Right. So, okay, so we just got this view here. Now these do light up. I just need to turn that on so I can, it's pointless doing it here in the dark. This is the whole idea of just showing you guys the what it looks like in the dark. Alright, now then let's and there we have it in the nighttime view. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll come back into daylight, turn on the master avionics switch is just down here to our left. So we'll turn that on, and we have autopilot, so on and so forth. So again, I won't be using it today. That'll be up to you guys if you decide to purchase this aircraft. Now we do have variable pitch props, so what I'll do is and also too, as you know, we can, depending on how you're going to go, you can change your GPS or whatever on this switch here. Depends on your autopilot and which way you want to go about it. Now, so put the props into full. Now I don't think I did say this, but I'll mention it as we go along, that she comes with 6 liveries. So Takes a little bit to get rolling. So yeah, she comes with 6 liveries. So as I'm doing my taxi, I will be putting up, I'll put photos up of those liveries, but they're pretty basic, you know, blue, red, gold. Actually, yeah, I'll put up some photos, but yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll see you when we get to the end of the runway for our takeoff. Now, for takeoff, I don't know the actual settings that it should be. I'm only going on how I feel that the aircraft is going to behave. So for takeoff, I'm going to use first stage flaps, and I'm running 5% on my trim wheel of up. So yep, hopefully that'll all be good. So let's get going. Takes a little bit of effort to get it rolling, which is generally how Carenado do this one. Small pull, slowly building, nice sounds. Just holding in a little bit of left rudder to keep her straight. And with Carenado, there you go, she's starting to lift, getting it very flighty and light. There we go, we're up. Now with Carenado, as I was about to say, that we do get the usual rattle, bangs, clunks, squeaks as we go along, so which is really good, just adds to that whole immersion. Now the sounds sound really good, really actually sound like 2 Cessna 172s together, really. So now I did promise that I was going to show you the window. Where's my cursor? Here it is. Sorry about this, my eyesight's terrible. Okay, there we go. Nice little details. You know, adds that little bit of extra sound, which is really good. I like it. So let's just turn back the pitch. And what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of maneuverability. I won't worry about the doing a stall test, because after all it's a Cessna. And what she's really going to do, she'll mush a little bit and maybe drop a wing, but it won't be terribly nasty at all. So just drop back the throttles a little bit, readjust my pitch, and pops. So there we go. Now she's settling in very nicely. Now I probably could have turned off taxi lights and so on and so forth, but nah. Who's worried about that at the moment? Right, what we'll do is get outside and have a look and a listen. Okay. Now I've left the gear down, so what I'll do is I'll just show you it coming up. Nice animation, look at that. Wow. Didn't expect it like that, I really didn't. But there you go. Now as you can see, there's no pilot because I selected no pilot, because generally I'm the one that's flying, so it looks like no one's flying. So if you're out here doing your views, you know, just be aware that if you want the realism, then yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of maneuverability, and then I'll head on back in for a landing. Right here. Do some maneuverability. pretty standard, to be honest with you. After all, it's a Cessna. So, yeah, not too bad. So what I'll do now is I'll just swing on back. While I'm heading back, I'll just give you some outside views, and we'll go from there, and I'll come back to you when we've lined up for a landing. So the autopilot is actually turned on here, and we can also have how many degrees of banking and so on. Okay, there's the runway there off to our 11 o'clock. So what we'll do is we'll just try and we'll land. So far this aircraft, she's been fairly good in its handling characteristics. The new effects with the air supply, there we go, the gear going down, with the air for Sim Update 9, you know, you're getting a bit more bouncing around. So it's full flaps. Again, fairly stable. I do believe though with the update with the airflow and things like that, this is going to make this a little bit more realistic of these type of aircraft to try and land. So, you know, we've all got to be mindful of what we're doing, which is what it's all about. Now, I do like the sounds. I've got to admit, Carenado do a good sound package with these aircraft. So let's see if we can just get her to settle in. Now, I know that PC have had this one for quite a while, so I probably won't get a lot of PC viewers, but that's okay. And what I'll do is I'll land and then give you my final thoughts at the parking spot as per usual. Little bit running a little bit long with this one, but okay, bounce the front a little bit, but yeah, it's a bit hard to gauge how high you actually are in the sim off the runway. But as you can see, its landing manners are very good. Let's just pull up. And I'll see you at the parking spot for our final thoughts. The Carenado Cessna 337H. Push-pull configuration. My first flight of a push-pull aircraft. Something very different to have in this sim, that is for certain. $37.45 on the marketplace. Is it worth $37.45 Australian? Yes, I believe so. I believe that Carenado have done enough to warrant that type of price. Its flight characteristics are very good. We are now getting changes within the sim itself from Asobo, trying to make airflow over these aircraft more realistic. So we're getting more realistic handling. Landing was fine. Didn't have any issues with it. The only thing I'm not 100% certain of is one of the electronics didn't light up. Now, whether or not that's a fault or not, I don't know. That's on the dash itself as part of the electronics. I do feel, though, that maybe some of the texturing is a little bit dated, maybe because it was from FSX and not really been brought up to 2020 standards, particularly with us that have got 4K screens now. But having said that, it's not bad. It is not bad at all. So yes, I believe. Would I fly this one again? Not often. I will. It's not made my top 5. I was hoping it might do, but it's again, it's what you want to do, what you want out of an aircraft, and we've been inundated of late with a lot of general aviation aircraft, and like I said, Carenado released another I think it's another two other twins, and there's another one too, the Machete. So we've had a lot of general aviation aircraft of late. So, and it does get hard to choose, and also to do reviews. I haven't done the Concorde because the Concorde realistically doesn't interest me. Plus, at nearly 62 Australian dollars, I feel it's getting up there in price wise, and I already got burnt with the DC6, which still hasn't had an update. And we're now we're 5 months since that was withdrawn from the marketplace. So I'm wondering, are we ever going to see the DC6 actually on Xbox? So, but on that note, please like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you dislike, and also too, please, for all those viewers who are not subscribed, just caress that subscribe button for me, please, as it will help me get this type of content out to other interested people. And for all those other guys that have subscribed and watching, thank you very much. And on that note, please stay safe.